Fans keep asking in the comments. This aircraft has been in service for nearly 30 years. Why is it still the only one of its kind on Earth? Why can't any other country build a second one? This is the nightmare of every air defense system, the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Let's go back to the 1970s. The Soviets had built an iron curtain across Europe. With layers of surface-to-air missiles and high-altitude interceptors, the U.S. military desperately needed a blade that could pierce through this wall. In 1978, the Advanced Technology Bomber Program, codenamed ATB, was quietly launched under extreme secrecy. What emerged was the most radical stealth design in aviation history. The B-2's iconic flying wing shape was actually inspired by a concept from late World War II, the Horten brothers Ho-229 jet from Germany. But the technology of that era simply couldn't handle this configuration. Engineers at Northrop used groundbreaking fly-by-wire technology to solve the control challenges of a tailless aircraft, turning this flying wing from blueprint into reality. In 1988, the B-2 made its public debut. Its sci-fi boomerang silhouette left military enthusiasts around the world speechless. Northrop Grumman partnered with Boeing, and after a full decade of refinement, they buried 4 F118 GE 100 turbofan engines deep inside the airframe, then coated it with special radar-absorbing materials. The result was a phantom in the sky with a radar signature no bigger than a seagull. The Pentagon originally planned to buy 132 of these birds. But with each unit's price tag soaring to $2.4 billion, they ended up with just 21. The crown jewel of the U.S. Air Force's strategic arsenal, the flying wing design completely ditches the traditional tail. The fuselage and wings blend into one seamless form, deflecting radar waves in harmless directions. Even the engine exhaust nozzles are hidden on the upper surface of the wings. The S-shaped air intakes completely shield the turbine blades. The skin uses a flexible stealth coating. When radar waves reflect off the inner and outer surfaces, they create phase differences that cancel each other out. Special radar-absorbing materials in critical areas can swallow over 90% of radar energy. The result? Enemy radar operators stare at empty skies, completely blind to the Reaper hovering above. 11 internal fuel tanks give it a range of nearly 7,000 miles. With aerial refueling, that extends to over 11,000 miles. Taking off from U.S. soil, it can reach 90% of the globe. 2 massive internal bomb bays can carry 16 2,000-pound precision-guided bombs, or 8,500-pound munitions. It can also carry B-61 nuclear bombs for the ultimate strategic deterrence mission. On March 24, 1999, 6 B-2s took off from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri. After multiple aerial refuelings, they entered Yugoslav airspace. Under cover of F-117 stealth fighters, they precisely destroyed command centers and radar sites. After flying for over 30 hours straight, they returned safely, setting a record for global reach, global strike. The most terrifying example? A single B-2 unleashed 80 precision-guided munitions in one sortie, crippling an entire air defense network in half an hour, demonstrating devastating find and destroy efficiency. But the strikes also hit civilian targets by mistake, sparking massive international controversy. The B-2's stealth coating is the most precious skin in aviation. After every mission, it must be parked in a climate-controlled hangar for 6 to 8 hours of meticulous coating maintenance. Every 7 years, the entire aircraft needs a fresh coat. That alone costs $60 million. The military couldn't keep feeding this money-eating beast, so they accelerated development of the next-gen B-21 Raider. By 2030, all active B-2s are scheduled to retire, replaced by the more affordable and easier-to-maintain B-21. But in an era of hypersonic weapons and anti-stealth radar, the flying wing stealth philosophy pioneered by the B-2 remains the core DNA of future strategic bombers. What do you think is the most impressive thing about the B-2? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time for more hardcore military content.